Good morning, lovelies. So yeah, today is the day that Emma and Demetrius go to court for their charges that I just showed you in the beginning. So I will give you an update on what happens. But I just want to know, how many of you think that these two, Emma and Demetrius, are connected to the Idaho 4 and what happened to them? I'm just curious. How many of you think that they had nothing to do with it, I meant to say, and that it was just a coincidence, and that Bryan Kohberger is guilty? I'd love to know in the comments. If you could please let me know your thoughts. Also, if you could please like and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. There will be more high quality, better videos coming in the future with more better information. So anyways, Truth and Transparency, Lana just did an interview with one of the students from the Idaho campus. We're going to call him Dave because that's what she called him. And there was a lot of good information released about Emma and Demetrius, and that a lot of questions she had asked him. And basically, it seems like she was the type of girl that was very motivated, but motivated in the wrong ways of, you know, like selling and stuff, that she was always going to different locations and she was always on her game. He said there was no turf war or nothing like that, that Xana, used to push narcotics for the frat, but he wasn't sure if she was doing that anymore. He did state, though, that he wouldn't have been surprised if it was an OD when they originally said it was OD before they said it was stabbings, because of how much was going in and out of that house. He did confirm that, you know, with sororities, you're supposed to live in the sorority house for the first 2 years, but somehow Bethany and them got around that, at least 4 semesters, he said. He said that they were more partiers than the other 4 that were killed. They were more likely to party, the other 2 roommates. So yeah, it was just a very good interview. There's a lot of good questions that I can't think of off the top of my head. I'm trying, but that Dave answered, that I think you really should check it out. Like, again, Truth and Transparency. She did a very great job interviewing this guy, and he has a lot of good stuff to say and stuff that people have been wanting to hear. For example, he confirmed that Mom Kim from WSU was right, that he had to work at 9 o'clock that morning, so he was up at 8 a.m., and that's when he started getting the group text messages. He swore it was at least 8:30. He said he always gave himself a little bit of time to wake up and get ready and was never late. So he's stating that he and everybody were starting to get text messages and starting to know what's going on around 8:30, 9 o'clock. First they were told, again, it was an OD, which people were like, okay, that makes sense. But then people were told they were stabbed, and then that's when people started saying, what's going on, what the heck happened? And things were very confusing. So, like I said, it was a very good interview very well put together, done by Lana at Truth and Transparency, and you should go check that out because I believe it'll answer a lot of questions that a lot of people have been asking for a very long time. Again, like I said, he confirmed some of the things that Kim said in this interview to be true. You know, he said he wants the truth to come out in the right way. He just wants people to know, you know, stuff like that. I mean, one thing that was said was, I'm sorry, I've repeated myself, my daughter's distracting me. But one thing that was said was that the 3 people that were on the Banfield camera, they dropped something that night because they had illegal stuff and they didn't want the cops to find it. So the boy went back that morning after he woke up and was done partying, supposedly to get his drugs, and he was saying that he saw a guy dressed in black clad laying in a field rolling around, or not rolling around, just looking around, and it was strange, and that he did have bushy eyebrows, and he could have been Bryan Kohberger, but he said he was still kind of messed up, so he can't confirm that. But he also stated that nobody knew Bryan Kohberger before he was arrested. Nobody even knew of him. They did not party with him, supposedly, according to him. He did say something about that maybe Bryan had a cousin that lived in the area, and that's why he was there. That would be very interesting. He said he was going to look into that, but he's thinking that, you know, maybe Bryan was in that neighborhood because he had a sister or cousin. But I don't think sister, because his sisters were older and worked. So maybe I'm thinking cousin. But anyways, it was just a very well put together interview. It answers a lot of questions that a lot of people have been asking. It talks about Emma Bailey and Demetrius, and about what type of people they were, and, you know, how campus life is, how frat life is, how sorority life is, and what these victims went through, and, you know, what they were going through, and how everything works. It was just a very well put together interview, and I suggest you go and check it out. Like, again, I said, it's on Truth and Transparency. Yeah, so I will give back to you with the updates on what happens to Emma and Demetrius, and we'll see and go from there. Again, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, I greatly appreciate it, and I would love to know your guys' thoughts. Do you think Emma and Demetrius are connected, or do you think Brian is guilty? Let me know in the comments. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Have a good day.